PETA needs to stop making video games. Tech, the company who actually develops the games and is one letter off from being a Japanese porn provider, has a cash flow that comes from 15 years of making knockoffs of established genres and souring the experience of the source material in order to further an agenda. You would think a good way to get your point across would be to wrap it in a decent gaming experience so people actually want to continue it, but Tech seems to think all you have to do is make a vastly dumbed-down version of a popular game and plaster abused animals onto it. PETA's main cause is just the ethical treatment of animals. Lately, they've expanded the categorization of animals and added Pokemon to their list of victims. You see, PETA thinks Pokemon promotes animal cruelty, and it does, in the same way that Saints Row promotes crashing your helicopter, which is to say it doesn't, at all. PETA stupidly thinks transferring this agenda to the gaming medium is going to make anyone pay any more attention to any of their problems with the world. They invaded the PlayStation Store a few months ago with an awful game called Kitten Squad, about a cat rescuing abused animals by shooting robots in a Binding of Isaac clone. Actually, it can't even reach the status of clone. That would be like calling the Atari Flashback a clone of the Oculus Rift. The first and only level I played before I not only quit the game that was conveniently free in the store, I deleted it and then took the time to delete the application data so as to scrub my system's memory of the garbage, had me save an orca whale that was being tortured by robots in an attempt to call out SeaWorld. Because you know how SeaWorld is run by robots? I'm not immune to the concept of a metaphor, but PETA's point is not getting across when playing their game makes me want to abduct a barnyard of animals and kill a hostage every hour that they don't promise to stop making terrible games. By the way, I eat McDonald's twice a week. Who knew cruelty could be so delicious? Oh hey, next time you get their chicken nuggets, there's a game you can play by yourself called Guess Which Nugget Was Tortured? The answer is all of them, but as long as they don't taste like torture, I'm not in a position to care. Bottom line, if you want to start a campaign for change in this world, keep it away from video games. We're not a receptive audience when our fun is replaced with unwanted education. I went to PETA's website for that Pokemon Red, White, and Blue dog shit, not to play it, but just to see what they were going the wrong way about protesting this time. And at the bottom of the page, they want you to give your name and email to receive a vegan starter kit. What is a vegan starter kit, you might ask? Well, they didn't say what was in it, but I assume it has something to do with malnutrition. Veganism was invented because we needed another way for humans to be smug bitches. Nowadays, to make it as close to tolerable as possible, people are making smoothies out of everything. You're drinking every meal through a straw voluntarily, which has to be insulting to some critically injured people in the hospital. Whenever my vegan friend orders some grass clippings at a restaurant, I always butt in and pretend I'm the waiter and ask, "Would you like some sustenance with that?" She's like, "No, I'm gonna fill up on this salad." If you ever have to use the word sprig to describe a meal you've just eaten, it wasn't a meal, it was a placebo for food. Have you ever been to an exclusively vegan restaurant? I feel like vegans are absolving themselves of the guilt of eating animals by eating their habitats instead. I look on the menu and see shit like endangered snow owl's nest with a side of discarded twigs. Excuse me, I saw shaved tree leaves on the menu and I have to ask for the humanitarian in me. Were these leaves being used as camouflage by an assortment of otherwise defenseless animals? Yes, they were. Okay, great, I'll have that. And would you like to donate $1 to help clear cut forests and put food on our table? Well, it's a good cause, but I'm on a pretty strict budget, what with my regular trips to Whole Foods. I've been saving my last 3 paychecks so I can finally afford that single grape I've been after. Alright, well, with your selection of our finest parsley and only the best in fermented woodland spirits, your total comes to $1,070. Do you take Discover Card? Even we don't take Discover Card. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. If you enjoyed it, you can like, share, and subscribe and whatnot, and I'll see you guys next time.